This is my review about Winsor & Newton Artist's watercolor. I have these tubes, these incredibly small tubes. They contain 5 milliliters of paint and they come in a wide variety of colors. They have a beautiful color chart, so you definitely have to check out if you want to go buy these. Winsor & Newton is a beautiful brand. It's for me, it's the same, it's the same quality group as Rembrandt by Talents and Horadam by Schminke. They are beautiful paints, and I can't say I have a personal preference, but that's a personal preference based on me. And who am I? I know a lot of people who really, they only work with Winsor & Newton, and I understand why. They have a beautiful variety of colors. They have colors that no other factory has tried to produce, or maybe they tried, but I really like this pink, for instance. I only have a few pens, 4 or 5. But Winsor & Newton Artist is not my main, my base, because my base is Talents, Rembrandt, and I add the beautiful colors that Talents doesn't have to my boxes of pens or tubes. And that's really great. That's what you can do when you work with watercolor. You can simply combine all the brands together. I think that Winsor & Newton has a few colors that no other factory produces, and that's why I use it. Some colors have a tendency to be a little bit harder. What I do, for instance, is I squeeze these dots of paint and I let them dry and use them pretty much like I use a pen. And then some paints, like this one, they dry up really hard. And then it takes a little while to rub over it with the hairs of your brushes before a good amount of color comes off. Not all colors. This one, for instance, is also Winsor & Newton, and I can just push my nail right into it. It's a lot softer and more like paste, but some other colors or more colors are pretty hard. You have to work on it a little bit. The rose, the pink that I just showed you, the Winsor & Newton is 448. That is also pretty hard. So, and if you start choosing your brand, then the personal preference, it just starts depending on pathetic and very trivial things that are really not very important, because the amount of extra rubbing that I have to do with my wet brush, it's peanuts, you can just ignore it, basically. But it's a difference. The character of the paint is slightly different. The pigments are fine. They are very bright. I think that my keyword for Winsor & Newton would be brightness. Yeah, I think that would be the keyword for brightness. What I have seen is that people that I talked about watercolor paint with, is that those who prefer to work with Winsor & Newton are very often traditional watercolor artists. And I sometimes wonder if that has got anything to do with the brightness of it, because you can really dilute this a lot and then still the colors are pretty bright and vivid. So I love it. I especially love some of the colors. It's not my how shall I put it? My base set is the Rembrandt and the Schminke that I'm going to talk to you about later. So it's pretty expensive, but it's really good. These tubes, they seem so small. The first time I bought them, I was a little bit angry over the price of these tubes, because this is a series 4. And, well, I think they go up to series 7 or 9. And I don't remember the price exactly, but, check it out on the internet. It's people who never bought artist quality before, they will startle. But they really do last you a long time, I have to say. Although indigo that I use a lot, I wouldn't buy from an expensive brand like this, because the indigo, the studio quality indigo, has exactly the same pigments as the artist quality. The only thing probably is that the artist quality is more concentrated, so maybe even more intense. But I have to say, I have one artist quality tube, and when I tried it out, I had the Rembrandt and the Cotman and the Van Gogh. I couldn't tell the difference. You know, there was a slight difference in hue, but no. So, Winsor & Newton, absolutely great. I hope this was of some help, and I wish I had more to show you, but I only have these couple of tubes and these couple of pans, but I can highly recommend them based on what I have just told you. So, good luck choosing, have a lot of fun, and thank you for watching. Bye!